episode 3 with the man himself.
Oh man, Mr. TRS-boogie.
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Feel me? We're gonna interview him real quick, ask a couple of questions, and basically just introduce yourself, man. Let the people know who you are, bro.
Oh man, I'm TRS-boogie, man. You already know the shit, man. Long live Mo.
Feel me? Basically, like, where you from, bro? Tell niggas where you from.
I'm from Newark, New Jersey, Ivy Hill, Ill Hill. You feel me? Born and raised, man.
What school you go to?
High school or like elementary school? I just run it down.
Yeah, run everything
I
down.
run it down.
They want to know Mr. TRS himself.
I went to school
Whole life.
in EO for the most part. My elementary school. I went to a Haitian school. You feel me? That's why I fuck with all the Zoes out here. Boom. And then I went to Hart Middle. You feel me? Hart Middle is Hart Middle. Niggas know in EO. And then like I think in Hart Middle I was getting into a lot of altercations and shit like that. So I had to go to a nice school out the way. High school, West Cabo Tech, culinary, know how to cook some shit up. You feel me? Then when I got it, you feel me? Now I'm trying to get this degree, me girl.
He's making that fresh toast.
Feel me? Me and my son No Limit was in there. You already know the shit's gonna get in.
No limit on that. No limit right here. Y'all been there real quick. Y'all been there right here.
Gang.
But so feel me, we already know why you here. Feel me? Niggas rap. I mean, when did you realize you like, oh wow, like you did a little freestyle, but now it's like, bro, like let me really take this shit serious. Like let me really, feel me, get in my bag, start making songs, start making albums. Like when did it hit? Like, oh wow, let me really take it serious.
Like, yo, I'm living nice at this shit. I need this.
Like this shit hitting. Like ain't fucking with it. Feel me?
I think fake after my first shit, the Letter to Myself, John, when I did that, and my first song that came out with Tahir, my son Fees, people was fucking with it. Like, they was fucking with it heavy. They was like, oh, bro, you really got it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And when I did that one, the Letter to Myself, that's really what it was. Like, just a letter to myself. You know, if I had kids or some shit, I want them to know that, you feel me? I rapped and I had a little story to tell. But nah, from there, and then we was in Cali, when we slide dropped, and people was going fake crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that
when
shit
we
was
slide.
crazy.
So I was like, all right, cool. You feel me? People would walk up to me now and be like, yo, when we slide hard, I'd like, nowhere, so I think we all right. So that's when I knew I was like, all right, I should start doing this shit for real.
Nah, that first shit with Fees, I remember that shit. You played that shit. I'm like, nah, ain't no way that's coming like that. I'm like, nah.
And that shit was crazy.
Niggas coming hard. So for me, next question, like, I know how long you been rapping. For me, I already know that. But like, tell them how long you been rapping. Like just a little estimate.
Like in the studio, I've been going to the studio for like maybe like a year and a half now. About to be like 2 years coming up though. So you feel me? That's when I've been going to the studio, and then from there, that's when I really like just been rapping. But I've been rapping, I feel like for a long time. Like since I was like a kid, some youngin'. I used to always like to rap type shit. Like, I wanted to be Wayne. What is that?
He was inspired. That's crazy though.
Now he said I wanted to be Wayne.
That should lead up to the next question. What rappers are you inspired by? What rapper really was like? You listen to him, you like, oh, wow, like, nah, I can come like that.
Oh my God. My son Surf, my boy Herb, and my son Wayne. That's it. Those three right there. Those are my top pillars. I'd be like, oh, all right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Surf hard. I ain't.
You feel me though?
Surf hard.
Surf had me in there. Like I think that's the bags I be in now. Like I might start getting in my surf bag.
That nigga Herb, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga, I be listening to shit, I be feeling like I can come like that. I be like, damn, like I got it.
Herb ain't setting the bar.
When Herb be rapping, I be feeling like I'm living that shit.
You feel me? Nah, facts though. And that's what I be
like,
feeling.
damn, but niggas know I'm from the bird.
Niggas not from where you from.
But that shit touch you though. You feel me?
I
It's
do,
real and
'cause
authentic though. That's why I be fucking
everybody
with.
hood
That's why I be
different.
trying to get to me.
But niggas still from the hood. But basically like explain like from me growing up in your hood and like situations you had to endure or go through. Feel me, that made you the man you are today.
I think it's like the same. I feel like my hood stories is the same as all the other niggas' hood stories. You feel me? Like you growing up, you feel me? Mom, dudes gotta make it happen. You feel me? Pop's not around. You feel me? But shout out to my step pops, my son Poppy. That's my father for real. You feel me? He come through. He held it down. You know, kind of gave me guidance. You know, just to stay out the street completely. You feel me?
Remember, shit on the bicep, but he got the long
You feel me? I got the long sleeve on. You feel me? But that's just like growing up over there. You know, you feel me? You're gonna get into fights. You're gonna see crazy things. You're gonna probably see a couple niggas get killed. You're gonna see like unfortunate things. But you feel me? That's just a part of like growing up, you know, in the hood. No matter the hood, Newark, Chicago. I feel like that's just shit niggas live through.
I feel like all that hood stuff be like kind of the same. Like everybody go through the same shit.
Facts, they just want you to break the cycle type shit. So you feel me? Try to do something different than the next man.
Right. So basically, you feel me? I know your support system right now, that shit probably crazy. You feel me? Niggas probably really just like, damn, like that's Bug, that's TRS-boogie. Feel me? Niggas posting all that. So explain basically the support system when you first started rapping towards now. Like, did it get bigger? Did it jump? Did you see niggas that, feel me, you ain't never talked to just start dick rhyme? Like,
Sure.
Obviously.
Supporting. Not dick riding,
Support.
No, facts though. Like I think as the more it went on, like from the first ones, of course all the homies gonna fuck with it. You feel me? If it's really like that, the homies gonna support you. But I feel like as I kept going through it, and it was always serious. Like more support came, even from my family. You know, they want to pay for shit now. Like yo, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that. Cause they, you feel me? They starting to see the vision. You feel me?
See you in that mode.
That shit rare,
right?
You feel
Family
me?
actually going, helping out, that shit rare.
And that's a big part of why I think like I really go hard for it, because it's like I go home, my mother like father think I'm like, you feel me, like I'm the next best thing out here. So you feel me? That should be meaning something. When I go outside, people fuck with it, like you said, the strangers, like niggas I ain't never seen, like yo, Bug, nah. That shit had me get in the car, like oh,
Nigga like, oh yeah,
I'm cooking shit up. I'm cooking shit up. You feel me? So no, that should be the best. I feel like my support system just always growing. Like every day, it's always something new. So I can try.
It's hard. Where it's hard.
So, in general, like not even like just supporting about you, like, but do you feel it's like throughout a whole community, like do people support enough, like supporting one another? Like, how you feel about that?
I feel like I don't know. In Jersey, we got like I think we're just very powerful people in Jersey. You know, everybody want to get it out by themselves.
It is weird.
That's really all it be. You know, nobody just want to really reach out, and nobody want to say, you know, I'm dick riding or anything like that. So I feel like, you know, once we get past that, you feel me, niggas gonna really like go. I think that's the only thing really holding Jersey back for real. Not wanting to collab as much as the next people or the next state. But other than that, I feel like, you know, more so now, this the best I feel like Jersey been with, like, you know, everybody supporting everybody.
Everybody
coming and raising everything. It's like we really doing something. You know, Jersey got a little movement going on now. You feel me? And it's something new every time, because you feel me? Niggas ain't never heard what Jersey about to do. We always say we got some of the best niggas in everything. So now everybody's starting to show that, like everything, push everything. You know?
We do got the best everything. I ain't gonna
You
You feel me? I be
When
feeling
we
like
come to ball,
Everything.
we up.
Nigga,
Rapping,
rap,
we up.
football,
Like,
it don't matter. That
we
shit
got it all,
don't
but
matter, nigga. Anything,
You feel me?
nigga.
Situations, how that shit
We
go.
probably got a nigga that swim crazy,
Facts though.
Phelps type shit. You never meet
that's
him
facts.
before. Feel me? But
that's facts. So.
basically, where do you like? I know niggas be making mad songs and shit just be out the head, but like, where do you get your creativity from? Like what makes you like, oh, I like, I'm gonna write this, like, or you get a good rhyme or a good bar, you like, nah, I gotta put that in there. Like, how do you come up with
Yeah,
that?
how you? Yeah, like
I just be like, for the most part, I ain't gonna lie, I just be like, if I'm with the homies, you feel me, niggas are throwing the beat, and that shit just start like, we just be freestyling on that shit. Like a lot of them shits just be freestyling, and then we freestyling, and then somebody be like, oh, nah, write that shit down. Like, you feel me? And then from there, I write that shit down. Or when I'm by myself, or I feel like I'm feeling the rush of any emotion, like, all right, well, I'm excited, super mad, super sad. Like, I try to, you know, put that shit down somewhere. So it's like a remainder of how I feel. So I feel like that's why when I transfer it to the studio, niggas feel like that. Like, they're like, oh, nah, I know how you was feeling when you made that shit. You feel me?
you want some little dirt shit.
You feel me?
Whatever that nigga feeling, he gonna hop in there.
Boys.
You feel me? No key, that's what I'm trying to say. So I've been trying to do my thing on that
That's
shit.
hard.
You feel me?
So
Especially
like,
that.
do you feel like you gotta come harder on a feature or harder on your own song? Like, do you make sure, like, if you're doing a feature, like, nah, that's gonna be
best
better.
ball,
Like, that shit
like,
gonna be better than my song.
My best 15, my best 16. Like,
Nah, I be feeling like every time I go to the studio for another time, I be feeling like sometimes that's my best shit. Like whenever I go in there again, I feel like I'm always getting better with this shit.
So every time you get in there, that shit like, nah.
Yeah, so I feel like if I go to the studio tomorrow and lay a track down with Al, Zay, anybody, that shit gonna be better than everything I just put out now. But that's just how I be feeling. You feel me? So that's just how I be feeling.
Respectfully, that's how many niggas can just get better and better.
You feel me? Every day.
How was it the first time you hopped in the studio? Like, you was nervous?
God. I wasn't nervous because I was in there with the homies, but I was in that shit like, I was fake uncomfortable. That's why
Like,
my first
how
time,
to feel.
what? I did that shit one time. I was like, that's why it's that deep ass breath I took. Cause I was like, yo, I'm not doing this shit again. And I just write that shit. And I was done. And I didn't know how to do ad libs, so I let my son Rozzy do the ad libs. Cause I didn't know how to do that shit. Like I didn't know how to record.
Oh, Rozzy did that?
Yeah, cause that was my first time in there. I didn't know how to do nothing.
Shit.
I'm like, yo, that shit's supposed to sound like that.
Listen, Rozzy hella dumb shit.
He like say something. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not want to do that. Over in there, like, nah, niggas gonna stare at me.
Nigga heard it like, nah, I can't do that. Fuck that.
No,
That's funny as hell.
so that shit was just like getting more comfortable. That shit was crazy though, my first time.
For those of the people that don't know, what does TRS stand for?
Oh man, TRS stand for the rebellious sons, man. The rebellious sons now, cause you know it's bigger than the gang. You feel me? The gang ahead, all the gang ahead. You feel me?
You guys homies back there. You
Yeah,
say, I
sure.
don't
They
see
in
them, but
the back.
they in the back. They
You feel
here
me?
supporting.
Nah, TRS, that shit really like something big to me now. Like so I think it's gonna be something bigger than big like OTF, No Women in Beat type shit. Like it's something we're really a family now, and I feel like it came from like a real genuine place. Feel me, dorm room shit. I could tell you, founding fathers of the TRS shit right here. I don't know, women. My son E was in there, along with my son Mo. You feel me? When I was in there, like, yo, I gotta change my Instagram name. Like, I need some shit for me. Like, oh, I rebellious sons. You feel me? I feel like that's how we are. Like, we them sons that gotta do everything to pave the way for if we got younger siblings. Or you feel me? Or the one that mom do's like, now you on some bullshit. But you trying to figure shit out. So that's what I was fucking with.
You gotta be basically that role model for people.
For people, for sure. People want to be a part of something. A lot of people don't say that, but they do. And when it's real and authentic, that shit just gonna come. You feel me? They want to be a part of the journey.
So for me, I know niggas just dropped their first album. For me first. We had a couple songs on that one.
That shit was 900.
Couple. Nigga, first two songs, I'm like,
12 and 12.
oh yeah, let me
That right.
save all that. That shit crazy. But like, how big of an achievement was that for you? Like, how did you feel like when you finally like boom, like I dropped that shit? Like how did you feel at that moment?
I felt like I was on like top of the world. Because I was like, niggas don't know. Like, if it was an album, I probably just felt regular. And I'd be like, all right, now it's back to work. Like, what can I do to? But because this album was like for my dog, you feel me, for my son Mo,
really meant something.
it meant the world to me. Like every song up there, you feel me, except like Wisdom, because I saved that, because I knew that was hard. I saved that one. But every song up there I wrote from when he was in a coma up until when he passed. That's why some of them saying, like, I wish we stopped throwing up the M's, because he in a coma. I'm hoping he wake up. Because from the M's was just till he woke up. I was like, yo, we're going to do this till he wake up. And then you feel me, now it's a forever thing. So that's why I feel like with this one, you could kind of understand, like, where I was at, what I was going through. And you could hear it when I started, like, getting my swag back from when I was really fucked up in the beginning.
Yeah, you put your whole
You
being
feel me?
in that, bro.
So I feel like that shit was gonna go nice. So when it dropped, I feel like all the time it just went right. You feel me? And it just met something. I feel like, you feel me?
And most niggas don't really like see how people really like transition through an album. Like a nigga really started off like nigga knew like the first two songs. I feel like anybody can know like yeah that nigga was hurting, like he was going through some shit. And towards the end, feel me, he transitioned to like yeah like feel me, shit happened, but feel me, niggas always gonna remember you, always gonna be in niggas' hearts, all that.
That probably was the whole message right there.
Right there.
Like that shit really showed like
On the set.
that shit show a true artist.
Niggas called me crying in school, no lie. Niggas who was cool, more niggas called me crying. Said like I feel you from niggas cool as dead ass. That shit was accomplished. That's when I knew I accomplished what I had to. You know, for my dog, like you feel me? Niggas gonna know that this shit's still about you at the end of the day. We just gotta get back on our toes, as he would wanted us to. You feel me?
Exactly. Nah, but feel me, his album gonna be in the bio. Remember that. I'm gonna be in the bio. His Instagram gonna be in the bio. And basically like
Show love and support, man.
please
That's all
do,
we ask.
please do.
That's all we ask.
Like what we'll be seeing after this album, like what you got planned.
What's next,
Like
man?
what's like why? Like
I know we ain't got a date yet, but
Nah.
there's no date. We
ain't
know
got
it's
a
no
date
date.
yet,
You gotta
but-
keep niggas on their toes. There's no date.
We got some music videos coming. oh, we got some merch coming, some TRS X Profit, Cool Kid collection coming soon, you feel me? Real exclusive for the gang in the market, you feel me? And we got, you know, some couple singles coming out too, a couple from like 2-3 weeks.
Be on the lookout for them videos.
It's just gonna be hard. Oh yeah, video coming probably like Friday, Saturday. Type shit, snippet coming, you feel me? Video is a movie.
Alright, so look, I know niggas, feel me, what? It's like, yeah, you had 2 performances, right? Live performances. One with, you was with Mo, you was with the whole game. And the second time, it was American Dream, right? So how did you feel like, for me, seeing all them people
Rapping
like,
and shit.
like you really just like in your bag, like how, like just give me like your experience with that.
Nah, at first I was mad nervous though, cause I'm like, I really don't like being the center of attention most of the time. Like I really don't. That's why I'm always with the gang. Like you feel me? It's TRS. We all up there. Fuck it. You feel me? TRS coming to the show. We gonna turn up. But this one there was some shit going on, so I'm like, all right, we out here. You feel me? And I was just nervous at first, but then as I went out there, I was rapping that shit, and you start seeing people feeling that shit at first. They're like, oh, all right,
Shit,
you
they
feel
bag.
me? And then
Nigga,
motherfuckers
they
really
like,
rapping
niggas
that
in
shit.
their own
Like
bag,
the
like-
gang aside, though. The
Niggas
gang
sitting there
aside.
like, oh,
Niggas
niggas
rapping
do
that
the
shit.
song
You
too,
feel
that
me?
shit, like, oh,
Niggas who
I
ain't never
heard.
stepped foot. I'm like, all right,
Shit just gave him energy, like.
Right,
niggas
then once I
start
got
getting
comfortable,
his
you
bag.
know, feel me, had to go in the crowd, my son's house, turn my son's house out, turn the spot up. Yeah, shit was a movie. Shit was a movie, bro. Nah, that shit was tough.
Nah, that is tough though.
And it was like a great experience too, like you feel me? A lot of niggas don't get to do shit like that. And I feel like for me to be so early into what I'm doing, like I feel like shit ain't really get started yet. That shit was like tough, like real tough.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Mind you, I wasn't even there, but just watching the Instagram, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, he got the mic. I'm like, niggas start
It was, not,
wilding.
it was like you can't let a whole bunch of people on
Like,
stage.
he like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna go to the stage. That shit not about
Niggas
nothing.
start going
Shit in the
in.
corral.
I'm like, damn.
Told Al to jump the fence. Niggas, you know me, this.
But they didn't want bro to come up there with
Oh,
him.
fuck, they were just on some, I don't know, some weird shit.
Yeah, that's corny.
Yeah,
That's corny.
nah, that should be on.
But feel me?
That's why I
It's
get
cool,
my
though.
stand up.
But feel me, that concludes all the feel me regular questions. But we got a little couple bonus, little funny questions for you, just to feel me, just to loosen you up. Feel me? But yeah. So would you rather be rich or famous, and why?
I'd rather be rich.
Rather be rich.
Facts.
Feel me? But why?
Because
Like, why?
I wouldn't want to be famous. Like, you can't. I want to live my life. Like, you feel me? I like being regular.
Where-
Like, I like being me. Like, going outside. Like, I don't want to have to always be super cautious of where I am. You feel me? Shit like that. And I don't always want what I'm doing in the media or some wild shit. Like,
Facts.
you feel me? I'm like, want to go to Walmart today.
That famous shit crazy. Nigga, you can't even feel me,
Nothing.
try to get a toothbrush. Niggas
Nothing.
cameras in your face. They
Can't
like,
have
that
no
nigga
sneaky
dirty,
link. They
brush
know
his teeth,
exactly
like,
who this is off that.
Niggas be wild.
Like, why y'all in the same country? I'm like, damn, this shit crazy.
Trying to get
Nah,
groceries, nigga recording you. Like,
Nah,
facts. You got any, nigga, I'm trying to eat. You talking about, I got
No.
anything to say, I don't want to say nothing.
So I'd just rather just be rich, not famous. You feel me?
Yeah,
That
that,
shit had to go.
that
That
famous
shit
shit
crazy.
is
They
crazy,
be wanting
bro.
them like heads and shit, man.
That's
Niggas
That's what I'm
famous
saying.
and up.
Niggas is dying, bro.
And that shit come with a lot of envy too, I think.
They do.
So,
A lot. Like, niggas, look, niggas even scared to post their locations. Niggas scared to post on their stories now, bro.
Facts.
Like, that shit is crazy.
you just gotta be cautious of where you be, man.
Our next question is, for me, if you had to choose and bring back any rapper, like any rapper back to life, what would it be? Who would it be?
Tupac.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I already knew that shit was coming, bro.
Niggas speak to Pac about real life, what's going on out here in the world, and I need them to hear this shit. Like, Pac, I'm one of the hardest niggas out. Let me spit to you some shit right now.
That nigga lyrics is crazy.
Pac, one of the
Nah,
realest,
that nigga
rawest
is
niggas ever.
different, like,
Pac can tell you a story
different.
about the United States. Shit hard, nigga. Shit hard, real life
different.
history. You feel me? Fuck with Pac. That shit
I
hard.
don't know, I still feel like that shit fake.
No.
Yeah, I feel like he ain't really did it though.
Like, I know it's
That's that legend shit. That's that legend
conspiracy
shit.
theory and shit, but like,
Where you a legend, you live on forever. Like, we talking about Pac now.
it's like, come on,
Pac
like,
was gone before our time.
come
Like,
on,
you
bro.
feel me?
Nah, you hear mad stuff about that shit.
like,
though.
then that one
Niggas say he in
picture.
Cuba, all this
Yeah,
other
niggas
shit.
say he in
Like,
Colombia, nigga had a whole beard. Like, come on, my nigga, I'm like,
Baby out of pocket.
That's
But
how I
that's-
gotta. That's how I gotta get shit from. You feel me? How niggas thinking niggas out here alive somewhere. That's how real my son was. You feel me? That shit forever life.
That theory should be having you in your bag.
That
Like,
shit-
damn, that
yeah, you
nigga probably
think,
still
like-
here. Like,
That shit like,
Probably up in the cube or
that nigga's
somewhere,
alive.
right?
Like that nigga
Especially
living his
cause-
best life.
Cause he like Machiavelli. Like that nigga faked his death. Like,
On me.
nah, real shit though. Like,
Nah, that's real history. And my son
Damn.
Pug was just all around legend. Niggas don't even know, bro. A Black History legend. My dude was a
Facts.
Panther. Like, come on, real life nigga.
Oh yeah, so look, for me that's can't tell niggas about that. That's
Yeah.
another video.
It's another video.
He, feel me? He
When I-
already up, but when that
I break
nigga
y'all
really
niggas
that
down,
shit like
feel me?
damn, they gonna go back to the video like yo, that's what happened. All right, feel me? Niggas gonna know the whole family. But the next question and last question, basically $10,000 or 100 connections. That's it for me. That's it. It's a tricky one, bro.
I'm gonna take 100. I'm gonna take 100 connections.
100 connections.
Only because I done seen a nigga blow $25,000 in my face. Long live my dog. But goddamn, I done seen a nigga
Like,
blow
ain't no way, bro,
$25,000
did that. Like,
in the
that's
dorm room.
crazy.
I'm looking like, okay, P5 flat screen.
Feel
Okay,
me? But
Versace,
everything else is
Louis.
like.
Okay.
Louis bag.
What the fuck, Louis bag? Hey yo, the nigga. I'm like, damn. That shit was crazy. So I'm like, damn, that shit go fast. That shit
Yeah,
go
bro.
too
That
fast.
shit ain't add up though.
That shit ain't.
You got that
I was saying that,
bread.
like,
I'm
bro,
like, nah. I seen them. Feel me? I seen them in Queens. I seen the Blues. But it's like, nigga, that's.
he bought somebody a
That's
car.
like,
Like, he ain't tell nobody.
fact.
I'm sad.
I'm looking like, nah.
I live with you.
Shit.
I wouldn't know if a nigga spent that
I can
much
see
time.
you every day. Like,
Said I seen it.
did not see you spend all that bread every day.
That nigga throwing like eats. What? That's funny as hell. Fuck we talking about?
I feel like we all seen niggas blow that bag for
You
real.
feel me?
definitely
Or some
did.
wild shit. Or anything. That shit like
anything.
that shit touch your hands. That shit like, oh yeah, we out. We out.
Nah, that's a fact. We all are gonna say
A
Niggas
good day
check
turn
their
into a
account.
good night, and
They
a
look
good
at
night
their
turn into a
account
good day. I'm trying to tell y'all, that shit is over.
Niggas don't even know what saving is no more. That shit done out. They said save, nigga. We're out.
That shit is like,
Nah,
what are you
that
talking
nigga
about?
like, what you want to eat?
We're getting money out.
What you want to eat? Fuck that.
Feel me? So I know, yeah. We done taking 100 connections. I don't know.
Word up. We all speak a good game when we get that bread, but when that shit in your hand, that shit
When that shit in
different.
your
Facts.
hand,
I already told my mother, like, man, look, when this shit come, I'm gonna do what's right, but I had a rough life.
right? He gonna see that shit.
He gonna see that shit.
This
Like,
shit about to get
damn.
lived up.
He like, nah,
You
let
get
me
a
get,
chain.
let me
You
get
get a
that
chain.
and
Yeah,
that.
you get a chain. Talks like Skittles. Hey, you get a chain. TRS the whole crew down.
Oh, I bet when I got the wheel next week.
You
That's
feel
good.
Fuck
me?
it.
Got the
We
little
up.
crib too.
Crib.
That's gone. I
Niggas
told my
get
mother
like 20
first.
things, then it's like, wow,
First
let
thing
me
I get
see.
paid off music, shit is gone. Shit is gone immediately. House, crib, TRS is down. What the fuck? It's over with. I need to go get some more money. It's gonna be lit.
Keep it coming in. That's all that matters for real.
Nah, once that shit coming, that shit coming.
That shit gonna come, bro.
Shit over.
That
Maybe in a
shit
movie
gonna
somewhere.
come. Niggas gonna have the bread. Shit gonna be up.
Niggas gonna be up.
But
Oh
feel
my
me?
God.
Diamonds
Yeah.
dancing.
Shit gonna come, bro.
Shit gonna be bad. I know.
But, that basically concludes the video. Feel me? His Apple Music link gonna be in the bio. His Instagram gonna be in the bio, and we're gonna try to get this out to you by probably Friday or next Friday. Feel me? But that concludes the video, man.
Yeah, man.
May you stay safe. Feel me? Like, subscribe, comment.
Don't forget to subscribe to my
Yeah.
boy shit. Fuck you talking.